From the Storm Team Weather Lab, KAMC meteorologist Jacob Riley.
Well, good Tuesday morning, South Plains. It's a little chilly as we start our day off, but it is still wintertime here in West Texas, so that is to be expected. But by this afternoon, it's going to be quite nice across the area. Out there across the country, what we're seeing, a few rain showers to our east. That's the same system that brought some light snow to eastern New Mexico yesterday. Notice bringing a light wintry mix to northern Arkansas and some heavier rain down there in the sister states. But back here in western Texas, we are dry this morning. That high pressure system really going to begin to influence our region here over the next day or so. But yesterday in Lovington, Leanne Bromlett sent us this picture of some light snow there on the ground. A special thanks to her for sending that in, and a special thanks to Patty Mitchell for this snow in Hobbs, New Mexico. You can see a light coating up to an inch accumulated there yesterday, but it didn't last too long. Once most of that snow fell on the ground, it did melt shortly after because temperatures topped out in the 40s yesterday. But thankfully today we're not dealing with any of those icy conditions. What we are seeing though, a clear sky down at Lake Allen Henry with a beautiful start to our day there. Now by this afternoon we're going to top out here with highs in the upper 50s to our south and west, upper and middle 60s to our north and east. Overall pretty close to average today. Tonight getting down close to freezing on the Cap Rock areas, off into the rolling plains though. That's where we'll be a little warmer, staying in the middle 30s. And then for our Wednesday afternoon, even warmer. We're talking highs in the middle 70s with a few clouds increasing to our south and west just in time for sunset. Those winds are going to play in a little bit to that warming trend for our area. Notice the direction out of the south and west over the next several days. Those gusts increasing throughout the day on Wednesday, and by Thursday, looks like we could see wind gusts out of the west upwards of 30 to 40 miles per hour. That's going to carry on over into Friday, but notice by Friday, those winds shift to the north and west as a cold front moves through, but it's still going to keep those breezy conditions in our area. So we're going to have a lot of those strong winds, so some blowing dust possible, and we're continuing to see those very dry conditions across our area as well, with levels of exceptional and extreme drought covering at least half of our area. So when you combine those two factors in together, it increases our fire weather risk. So on Thursday, an elevated risk for fire weather has already been issued, and that could extend even in towards our weekend. The good news on Thursday, though, is a cold front's going to move through. That could bring a few rain showers to our area. Overall, though, it looks like any of that activity will be very light and not much in the way of accumulation is expected. Notice now through the weekend, maybe a few hundredths of an inch of rainfall here in Lubbock with some locally heavier amounts there towards the Red River Valley and Texas Panhandle, but overall not expecting much of an improvement to those drought conditions here in western Texas. Over the next couple of days though, we'll warm up to a high of 77 on Thursday before we briefly cool down Friday and Saturday. Sunday and Monday we'll warm back up into the 70s, but Kathleen, again, those breezy conditions combined with a drier ground, we're seeing fire weather risk is really going to be an issue with us here over the next week. And as we head into spring, we usually see those breezier winds. So just be mindful of those outdoor burning activities. Don't partake in it unless you just absolutely have to. And always check with those officials to make sure it's safe for you to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. Just be sure to be safe out there. And hey, with that wind also comes those allergies. So yes. This is your warning. Go stock up on that allergy medication because it may be out by the time you actually need it.
Yeah, a lot of us don't want to hear it, including myself, but it's just signs of spring.
It is. All right. Thanks, Jacob.